Anyone who is responsible for managing a public space is invariably responsible for managing crowds. It is important for them to understand what is happening in a crowd so as to minimize risk. Unexpected accidents can happen in a crowd, so those responsible need all the tools available to keep people safe. To start with, one has to understand the size of the crowd. Traditional methods such as motion detection are not useful, as the crowd may at times be stationary. iOmnition has developed special techniques to count crowds even when segments in the crowd are stationary for periods of time. The most serious issue with crowds is the risk of a stampede. This usually occurs if one group of people suddenly attempt to change their direction. This sudden change in the flow can result in crushes of human people, which can be fatal. The formation and dispersal of a crowd is also important to understand, as it can provide insights into what is happening in the nearby environment. A crowd may suddenly disperse if it senses a risk nearby. Also, it may form suddenly where people may be angry about something and gather together to protest. There are other issues in crowds. For instance, it is easy for children to get lost. Those with evil intent may leave an incendiary device in the midst of a crowd, as this would have the most devastating effect. People may try to hide in a crowd. For instance, the police need to be able to understand if a wanted person is mingling in the crowd. iOmnition specializes in helping to manage crowded spaces, and it has implemented its system in 70 countries. Several of its 70+ international patents relate to this unique capability. The technology is computing light, requires less camera infrastructure, and uses 90% less storage and bandwidth. In fact, an intelligent iOmnition system can be implemented at a lower overall cost than a simple recording system. All iOmnition technology operates on Intel computers, taking full advantage of its OpenVINO platform with no requirement for third-party GPUs. iOmnition, the expert in crowd management.